You won't believe some of the worst trades in NBA history.
Petey, I thought we've seen it all. We have not seen it all.
Nearly a month into the 2018-19 season, the Timberwolves traded Jimmy Butler and Justin Patton to the Sixers for Robert Covington, Darius Saric, Jared Bayless, and a pick. Butler requested a trade out of Minnesota prior to the beginning of the season, after 1 year with the team. This was tragic for Minnesota, not just because they gave up so much to acquire Butler from Chicago, but also considering they took this deal over more lucrative deals. But still, the trade happened and Jimmy was now a Sixer. And in 2019, Butler played a huge role in helping the Sixers make the second round of the playoffs in his first and only season with the Sixers. But after the season, the Sixers let Jimmy walk, getting only one player for Butler after giving up 3 players and a pick, because they trusted Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris were going to be a better option for the Sixers' future than Butler.
Wait a minute, wait a minute!
Since these trades, Jimmy has made 2 All-NBA teams, 2 finals appearances with the Heat, while Minnesota and the Sixers haven't had 1 finals appearance.
Still don't know how we let him go.
Tobias Harris over me?
There's not a basketball fan in the world that doesn't know who Wilt Chamberlain is, right? But how many people know Jerry Chambers, Darrell Imhoff, and Archie Clark?
No one does.
When the 76ers traded Chamberlain to the Lakers, he was already one of the best players to ever play the game. Still, the Sixers decided to part ways with Wilt. What makes the move even more crazy is that Chamberlain won a title for them a couple years earlier, and won the MVP the season prior to the trade. But still, the 76ers traded Wilt for Jerry Chambers, Darrell Imhoff, and Archie Clark. 4 years later, Chamberlain would lead the Lakers to the NBA title in 1972 and was named the Finals MVP. On the other hand, it took 10 years for the Sixers to win their second NBA title in their franchise's history. Sure, the Miami Heat steamrolled the Thunder for the 2012 NBA title, but the Oklahoma Thunder had a core built to contend for championships. Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and Serge Ibaka. However, both Harden and Ibaka were approaching new deals, and rather than give Harden a max deal of $60 million over 4 years, OKC played hardball and only offered him $55 million in order to avoid paying as much luxury tax as possible. When he didn't accept, the Thunder traded Harden to the Houston Rockets for Kevin Martin, Jeremy Lamb, and a package of picks. But since they decided against paying for Harden, not only did they lose Harden, the franchise lost Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka in the coming years and haven't returned to the NBA Finals, while 3 of those 4 players have won an MVP. The biggest what if they kept all 3 of them together instead of trading Harden away. Most bad trades set a franchise back, some destroy a franchise, but very few kill a franchise. This is one of those few. Charlotte were 41-41 in 1995 and felt they were one big man away from competing for a title. So with the 13th pick in the 1996 NBA draft, they selected Kobe Bean Bryant. They should have just stopped there. Instead, they took a call from Los Angeles. The Debos of the NBA.
Here come Debo, give me your stuff.
Shit! Known for jacking a nigga, that's all he do.
And traded the high school player to the Lakers for the center Vlad Divac. In full disclosure, the Hornets did win 50-plus games the following season, but still haven't made a finals appearance in franchise history, while Kobe Bryant became one of the best players to play in the NBA and won 5 NBA titles with the Lakers.
Alley-oop to Bryant. Oh, what a play from Bryant. The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles as the 2010 NBA champions.
In 1978, the Utah Jazz made a mistake that would hurt their franchise for years to come. They made a 6-player trade with the one and only Los Angeles Lakers. If you haven't learned already, if the Lakers come calling, don't pick up.
Don't pick it up.
The trade was simple. Utah sent 3 of their players to the Lakers, and the Lakers sent 3 of their players to the Jazz. Seems like a pretty fair trade, right? Oh, and the Jazz also gave the Lakers a first-round pick in the 1979 draft. Unfortunately for the Jazz, their next season, they finished last. This gave the Lakers the first overall selection in the 1979 NBA draft with the pick they got from the Jazz. And with that pick, they picked a player named Magic Johnson, a player who would become one of the best point guards in NBA history.
Magic Johnson. No, look to Kareem. Magic Johnson has it against Sellers. Down the lane to the hook. Lays it in. Spectacular play.
Basketball. He loved the game. He loved to entertain the crowd.
And just like other Laker trades, the Utah Jazz haven't won a championship in its history, while Magic won 5 titles with the Lakers.
I'm not touching that thing.